It's Richard here again, and today we're going to be taking a look at a rebuildable dripping atomizer. It's a small little fella here, very nice on my SMPL mod, the version 2, where the firing button says REM. Every time I look at it, REM, it reminds me immediately of Michael Stipe's The Rock Singer. But it's not about, REM or the mechanical mod today, it's about this dripper. Despite a lot of RDA nowadays, designed to just check out big clouds, huge amount of vapor, there's still hope for flavor chases when it comes to a good vape with a rebuildable dripping atomizer, or a dripper, or an RDA you want to call it. So to give you the best vaping experience in terms of vapor, which is not too bad, I'm going to just show it to you right now. Not bad, isn't it? But the flavor is just awesome that comes out of this RDA. I'm gonna have another vape. Really good. I'm definitely gonna use it for juice testing. Very nice. So, coming back to the point again, to give you the best vaping experience, Ivogo, who are the people who sent me this RDA. In fact, they've sent me another one. So thank you very much, Ivogo, for sending me these RDAs for review. Well, this design, where it doesn't have any posts, not your usual, RDA with 3 posts, your 2 negatives and your positive in the middle. There's no post for you to screw down your wire. So where do we screw down your wire? That is what we're here to find out today. We're going to be taking a look at the Evil Monk by Ivogo. Okay, I'm sure you guys are going, get into the close-ups, Richard. All right, just a little bit more, some information before we actually hit into the close-ups. This comes with something called airflow tubes, okay? It's in your bag of spares, and the airflow tubes, once you've installed it, you have to install it yourself, okay? It helps prevent leaking. I'm going to show you how to install it afterwards, or how I've managed to install it, because it can be a little bit tricky, okay? I'm going to show you how to set up the airflow tubes, in other words, okay? A little bit of specs about this RDA is it's made of stainless steel 316, so it's good quality stainless steel. It's postless, doesn't have any negative or positive posts. Well, it does have, but you don't get those posts sticking out for you to pin down your wires. So again, you'll see all this in the close-up. It's dual or quad coil capable, and also it comes with a drip tip adapter as well, in case you want to fit in your own 510 drip tips. So these are some of the things that I just want to mention. Okay, right now let's hit into the close-ups. Let's get a good look of the Evil Monk RDA by Ivogo. This is the packaging that it comes in a jewel box like that, with these 3D or holographic, tamper-proof stickers, where you can see Ivogo on both sides, and the website www.ivogovape.com. You can log into their website to check out some of their devices and more details and things like that. To open up the box, all you got to do is put your fingers, this little 2 sides here, twist, and the box cover opens up. You have your device in there, and this little bulk of spares. You have a plastic bag with all the spare parts inside. You have your drip tip adapter, an O-ring, an Allen key here, which I'm going to remove because we'll probably be using that, and some grab screws, and also your airflow tubes. And I've taken out 4 of the airflow tubes to be used on the RDA, so what I have is another 2 in there. There's a total of 6 airflow tubes, just in case you drop one of it, because they're really, really tiny. You've got to be very careful with it. We have our device in this little plastic shell here, and take that off, and you have the Evil Monk by Ivogo, just putting it side by side together with the Derringer RDA. The sizes, by comparison, is about the same. In fact, the Ivogo is just probably about 1 millimeter taller than the Derringer, okay? But otherwise, it's about the same size, so roughly you can gauge and estimate the size of the Evil Monk RDA. Taking a look all around, it's got a polished finish to it, and it's made from stainless steel 316. You have all the air holes here. Altogether you have 2, 4, 6 air holes, and there's one here with a Cyclops style air hole on the outer sleeve here. So if you have your air hole on the left hand side here, it's going to close up all the other air holes, alright? But if you want them open up, all you got to do is just twist and turn, adjust your airflow to the right here, and it opens up all the other air holes. Yeah, just a little bit more. There it is. Okay, at the bottom you have your Ivogo design laser etched onto the base with the serial number 054, and you have your silver plated contact pin, which is also has got a protruding 510 here, so which means you can use it with your hybrid mod. It's got knurlings at the top here for you to grip and remove the top section if you so wish to, and you can look directly into the deck, and this is the top section which is threaded, and also the drip tip can be removed as well. This is a white bore drip tip which measures 1 centimeter or 10 millimeters in diameter. And if you want to use your own 510 drip tip, all you got to do is just make use of the drip tip adapter here, which is also threaded and with an O-ring, so that it will last longer, because O-rings after a while it can sort of like, you know, break and so forth. So all you got to do is just pin it down, turn it, because it's threaded, and you got to be very careful, don't ruin the threads. Once it's in there, you can actually use your own drip tip. This is your own 510 drip tip, just an example. And if you don't want the drip tip, you can actually remove this and use the white bore drip tip as provided. You just be very careful when you're threading it back, because half the time it slips and it ends up being slanted like that. So if you force it down, it will sort of like ruin your threads. You gotta keep it level, and once it's in there, it's perfect. Okay, removing the top cap, taking a look inside. Here's how it looks. Those are your air holes. And you have your deck right here with the air holes at the sides as well. And if you see these air holes are indicated by a little marking on top. So 4 of these air holes are indicated by markings. Okay, these air holes goes in here and comes out from the top here to cool down your coil. So you have 4 air holes, 1, 2, 3, which is right underneath my coil. Please excuse my coil. 4. Okay, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got air coming in from here, going up underneath from the bottom there, cooling your coil, and also from the back of your coil as well, with these 2 air holes. And in the center here, you have a Phillips head screws. This is your positive post. This rectangular piece here, this is your positive. Okay, so how you do your coil is you have the wires go straight down, and then these are your grub screw holes where you put in the Allen key through here and tighten up the wire. So you've got 1 here, which is your negative, and this is your positive, and then this is your negative again, and this is your positive. So the wire goes just straight down and tighten from here. And that's how you do it, no post. And this is also dual or quad coil capable. Alright, so when you want to put in those airflow tubes, if you look closer, you have got these airflow tubes right here, which has got a slight edge there. That's because I've already put in the airflow tubes here on 4 of these air holes. The size of the airflow tubes are really, really tiny. This is the airflow tube that we're talking about, right? And if you really take a closer look at it, 1/2 of the airflow tube is actually has got a smaller diameter. So one side is got a slightly smaller diameter and the other side is bigger. So you have a smaller diameter to sit on top of the air hole. Okay, and then after that, what you do is get yourself one of these test pens or flathead screwdrivers, and then place it right on top of the airflow tube and just press it into the hole, and it should fit just perfectly into the hole. Okay, it might be a little bit difficult to do it at first. Give it a few tries and I'm sure you will be able to fit it in. There are altogether 6 airflow tubes that's provided in the spares bag, so you put in 4, you still got 2 spares, and that's the way it goes. Alright, what you do is have the cotton seated around here, and make sure you do not block the airflow. Okay, so because if you have your cotton seated over the airflow right here, let's say if the cotton were to cover it and then you have juice over the cotton, it might restrict the airflow. So if you, when you're doing your wicking, just make sure your cotton sits around it and not over and blocking the airflow. Okay, and when you're also dripping, how you want to drip it is like they would term it as painting, like how you would be painting. Because if you just, drown it with e-liquid, you're gonna have juice going into the air hole and coming out from the side here, which is going to cause a leak. So you got to be very careful with that. You just want to have enough juice on your cotton and get a good vape without having any leaks. So basically that's it, I guess. Never can get enough. Very good. Anyway, my final thoughts of the Evil Monk RDA by Ivogo. This is definitely great for juice testing. The flavor you get is awesome. Okay, vapor production, excuse the pitter patter, it's raining already. Vapor production, not too bad. It's okay as you've just seen, but it's not bad either. So it's not your competition RDA where you chuck out, boom, big amount of smoke, but okay, not too bad, all right? I'm happy with it. Airflow is medium, okay? It's a little bit restricted, okay? Not like your Dark Horse or your Freak Show or your Derringer RDA, but then you can still get your lung hits done, no problem, no issues at all. Fitting in the airflow tubes, I hope you can hear me despite the rain. Fitting in the airflow tubes can be a bit of a pain in the ass, but again, it's not impossible. If you're like me, 50 and above, you got not so good vision, I would suggest you get somebody else, to find that hole and push that airflow tube inside for you. Otherwise, you got to start using your bifocal glasses like what I did. And without them, you're going to be like groping in the dark, trying to find that hole and push it in. Sounds so wrong, isn't it? Anyway, okay, so, but it's not, entirely impossible. So you got to look at the airflow tube very closely because it's small. One side of it, one half of it is actually got a slightly smaller diameter. So with that goes into the hole. All right. So once you get that fixed, it's going to help you prevent leaking from your air hole. So other than that, this is a great RDA. Well, by my opinion at least, or my humble opinion, and I kind of like it with the flavor, and the vapor production is not too bad. So finally, how much is it and where can you get one? I do know it's widely available at vape stores in the US, and it's retailing for about $30 US to be exact, $29.99, all right? I saw it on easyvapor.com's website, but I'm sure there are a lot of other vape stores in the US that's carrying it. The only thing you probably have to worry about is stock availability. Okay, in Malaysia, I'm afraid we haven't got it here yet. Ta-da! Not that I've seen it on the internet. I don't think we carry this just yet, but I'm sure it'll come in good time because it's a pretty good RDA, when flavor is concerned. So because Malaysia don't have it yet, and I've got 2 sets of it, Ivogo was nice enough to send me a spare one in case probably I screw up the air tubes or the RDA when I was installing it. I managed to get it done and I got this spare. I'm going to give it away to Malaysians, alright? So I'll choose the name at random in the comment box below, and I'm going to give it away. All you have to do is just leave me your email. I'll get in touch with you. It may take a little bit longer, but I will surely get in touch with you. So please bear with me, okay? I know you will be a little bit impatient, but that's how I roll. I will definitely get in touch with you. So all you got to do is just leave your name and your email in the comment box. I'm going to pick one up at random, and I'm going to contact you, get your address and everything, and I will post laju it to you. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do. So that's about it for the Evil Monk RDA by Ivogo. I'm going to take one more vape before we call it a wrap. It is really nice. Well, to me at least. Until I talk to you again, vape safe. Have a great day. God bless. Bye for now.